Mike Kozak back, Sore Fitness blog. Last week we talked about the importance of ankle mobility and how it relates to pretty much all our power, sprint, and strength training. Well, today we're going to talk about the next mobile joint that we work on, and that's hip mobility. Like we talked about with ankle mobility, we start every warm-up with that. Hip mobility, pretty much the rest of our warm-up, especially lower body-wise or on our running days, are dedicated towards hip mobility. And what we want is mobile hips in all planes, but we want stability here in the center of our body. So pretty much all of our basic hip mobility drills, for one, we want the hips moving, but two, we want to be stable in our core area or our torso. Now, if you're someone that experiences general back pain, or someone that doesn't really have anything structurally wrong with you, like a herniated disc, and you just experience pretty much general, stiffness, low back pain that almost everyone in America experiences at some point in time, what you want to do is maybe look towards improving your hip mobility. If you're going out for a run, or you're someone that lifts on your own, or you lift at school, and you're not going through hip mobility drills, you are leaving yourself open to some nagging type injuries for one, and for two, you're not going to be as strong and as fast and as powerful as you can be, because mobile hips are where it's at if you want to increase your athleticism. So I'm going to show you a few basic drills that we do. For one, we do some walking hip flexion, where we're pulling the knee to the chest. But what we're looking for in our kids and our athletes is that they're not bringing their chest down to the knee. If you can't flex this hip above 90 degrees without flexing from the lumbar spine, that's a simple hip mobility test. You definitely lack some mobility in your hip. Now, we'll also do all sorts of swings on the wall. Side leg swings, forward leg swings. This is easy stuff that you can do at home, you can do at school. Then we get into some more ground-based mobility drills. We call these fire hydrants, where we're staying real stable here and moving the hips in a circular motion, forward and backwards. Then we'll get into our moving Spider-Mans, where we're getting that foot and heel in the ground, foot pointed forward, then walking, doing the next hip, okay? Squats are a form of hip mobility. Lateral squats are one of my favorite forms of hip mobility. Can you sit in this, what is called the frontal plane, get a nice stretch here, sitting back on this right heel, side to side. Okay? Our kids that struggle with those kind of exercises definitely lack hip mobility. And the first thing we do before we start, adding quite a bit of load to them and strength is really improve that mobility in the hip, just like we do in the ankle. Once we've done that, opens us up to more advanced forms of training. Once we get to that, now you're really getting your strength